Welcome to this week's Editor's Picks. I'm Joe Anselmo, Aviation Week's Editor-in-Chief, and I'm joined by our Senior Space Editor at Cape Canaveral, Irene Klotz. Irene is the author of a story about NASA's report on the Starliner mishap. Irene, I was a bit surprised, one, by how blunt the new NASA administrator was in assigning blame, but two, how close to disaster this actually came.
Yeah, he definitely didn't pull any punches. The report, he inherited it. Of course, he was not administrator at the time of the incident, nor when the NASA's safety oversight panel or an independent review team looked into the Starliner Crew Flight Test mission, which took place in 2024, and basically found the sorts of things you normally would hear about after a group looks into a fatal accident, which looks into not only the technical issues that happen, but also some NASA leadership failings. Basically, the report and Isaacman characterized the discussions that should have just been about safety issues. They were couched within the programmatic goal of having more than one provider of transportation services to and from the station. So it was pretty meaty and very straightforward on some of the issues and what needs to happen.
Okay, and not particularly shining for Boeing, the Starliner contractor.
No, Boeing's had a lot of issues with Starliner. One of the things in the report that I found most interesting is, and also in Jared Isaacman's comments to us, is that crew flight tests proceeded even though there had been issues with the propulsion system on all of the previous Starliner flights, and that there was not an adequate understanding of what was happening. You know, people sometimes fault NASA for this 4 years between the Artemis 1 and Artemis 2 that NASA took to understand the issues with the heat shield. But now it's saying that in the case of Starliner, it did not do due diligence.
Okay, well, you can read Irene's complete story in the March 2nd digital edition of Aviation Week or the March 9th print edition. Irene, thank you.
Thanks.